Dorsey is a board-certified doctor of natural medicine with over 20 years of healthcare experience. She began her career as a diabetes educator, and she has a unique outlook on medicine and the disease process. With a focus on preventive medicine and organic healing, she urges her patients to address their health issues by taking better care of themselves through positive lifestyle choices rather than pharmaceutical quick fixes. She's the author of a book, Think Like a Doctor, A Plan to Better Health, and the owner of Preventive Medical Spine Clinic in Arlington, Texas. She's also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and she's the soror of our newly elected vice president. Yes. So, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Dorsey, and let's welcome her.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for that introduction. I want to just take you back just a little bit. We come from a long line of very strong people who used our ancestors' remedies and things around us. We used our own vegetation, and at that time, health was a lot different. And maybe it was because we paid a lot more attention to ourselves and our families because we had no other options. Now we believe in microwave health. We believe in running to the stores and getting quick foods, and all these type of things have actually put a negative impact on our bodies. Now, I want to take you a little bit further. I want to talk to you about that ancestry thing. So think about grandmother or great grandmother. Remember when you would have to do things like one person got sick and everybody got that same medication because we didn't want anybody in the house to be sick, or maybe even the castor oil line where everybody had to sit there and get castor oil once a week or once a month, and it was just being more proactive versus reactive. Well, we do these same things now. Things like castor oil's made a comeback. We're using it for anti-inflammatory, we're using it for skin, we're using it for hair. Another thing that we used to do is when we got sick, grandmothers would give us chicken noodle soup. Okay, I used to think chicken noodle soup was what powered superpowers because that's exactly what happened every time I got sick. My grandmother would sit me down and somehow I would feel better. Well, I don't know if it was the soup, but it was maybe the heat, which made our white blood cells come out and try to fight, or maybe it was the fact that to eat the soup, I had to relax and let my body start to heal itself. Nevertheless, it was information that was passed on from generation to generation. So maybe that's what we have to do right now with this current invader. This invader isn't new, it's just that we've accepted it just like we accepted that cold as being the norm. And I'm going to talk to you about diabetes. Now, I find it very interesting that if something goes wrong with your car, you immediately run to AutoZone or to your mechanic. But your body gives you all kinds of check engine light signs that there's a problem. And we just kind of ignore them. We fight through them. We do all these things to just not really on purpose, but we're not paying enough attention to our bodies. So I'm going to give you 5 tips, and I'm going to put it back into your hands to find a diabetic, or if you hear someone, or even to live better. We owe it, like generations before, to pass knowledge down on how we're going to help each other. So, number 1, know your numbers. Now, I know every single one of you all who is a diabetic or knows a diabetic, they check their sugar every day, right? They check their sugar like they're supposed to every day. Well, this is very important. When you go to the doctor, we depend on you. So if you check your sugar every day, I want you to change one little variation. I want you to also check an hour after eating, maybe before bedtime. That gives us a nice picture that lets you be the governor of what's going on with you 24 hours a day versus just when you come and get that hemoglobin A1C that you get every 3 months. Maybe we need to change when we give you the medication. So this is an important task to just jot down a little bit of information. So you go into the doctor who is your detective, and the detective has a better plan to take care of you. Number 2, identify diabetes. Accept that there is a condition, but not accept that you have to live in it. So you can take control over your health care. But I do want you to identify that this is a problem. Now, one thing that could happen, you could get diabetes pendants that say you have diabetes. These are free to you. So use your community, use resources like that. I'll tell you a little bit more about that near the end. Now, the next thing that we want to talk about is number 3. Number 3 is add more for less. Now, when I say that, some of you guys are amazing cooks. I say some of you because I may be a little bit of a baker, but there's some amazing cooks out there. And when you're cooking, you can add things like fiber, you can add things like flaxseed. You can't tell the difference, but the impact of adding more will actually help you. It will actually bring less for your sugar numbers because fiber has been known to help absorb sugar. Number 4, I put a lot of emphasis back on my patients. One of my patients, if they were on here, they would tell you, I tell them, I am a clinician, not a magician. So you are with yourself for 365. You're with me for 15 minutes, but I have all the answers. No, we have the answers. So pay attention to some signs from head to toe. Think about if you have chronic headaches. Think about if you're having some discoloration behind your neck. Think about if you're looking straight ahead and you happen to see things come across and you're adjusting your eyes because you think you need to clean them. Or you're looking straight ahead and you can't see. It's dark peripheral vision. Things like putting this simple pen on the floor, rolling it over your foot, making sure you can feel it. This all is indicators that when you go to your provider, that you can give him tools. Remember that detective who's trying to help you? This helps you put yourself in the driver's seat of your own health and protecting this temple. Number 5. Number 5 is use food for medicine. Now, this is a big industry that uses supplements quite a bit. Now, just because a supplement is expensive doesn't mean that it's good. So I want you to put good things in your temple, but I want to start with good foods like we used to. I want you to know what to do. And if you do need it, things like omegas, I love omegas. I love to use that. I love chromium for diabetes, but I want you to get it from the right places so that you're getting more good supplements and less fillers. So I have something for the group here, and I really want you to pay attention, and if I can help you in any way, I'll gladly do so. I want to offer you to go to my website at preventivemedical.org. At the very bottom of the website, register, and I'm going to send you a class. The class is about an hour and a half long, and the class is going to teach you how to meal prep. It's going to teach you about good things that you should have in your house, maybe emergency things for diabetes that you should have in your house, and also it'll go over a few extra things about such as supplements. Where should you get them from? So this class is very informative, and I want to give it to you. And if you guys need me any further, I am available. So I'm going to conclude with, I want you to be blessed. I want you to live well, and I want you to know that Black health does matter. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dorsey, for that very informative presentation. I want to make sure that you guys are able to take advantage of the offer. So I'm putting it up on the screen right now. Please visit preventivemedical.org and register so that you can receive that free class about the